So we went to an old growth forest today in Washington, near where we live, and on the way there, I got a lot of good video in. But you can see at the start of this one, there's a lot of dead trees, and if you look in the background, there's a lot more dead trees, and it is way too late in the summer, early into the fall, even though it's not fall yet, for them to look like that. Unfortunately, we're having a problem out here thanks to this heat wave, and then again with a couple of different invasive bug species and even a lichen species that has been known to cause damage to some trees. And this is one of the things that I'm looking to fight with the products that we're making. You can see from my rather bumpy footage that it is still a beautiful area, but the soil around the area is dying, and so as the soil dies, so are the trees. And if we don't start taking care of these things, pretty soon there won't be any of us left to matter or care about whether these things are still around, because it's all going to be gone. And then in a few hundred years, there won't be anything left of us to remember. So, one of the things that I'm trying to do is stop some of these things, like all of the road work that we're driving by right now, that's causing so many other issues with soil compaction and just improper care of our lands. So, one of the things that we do with our products is excuse me, we are always striving to add more to it. And so we like to make sure that we have a good fungal colony. And a little bit later in the video, I'll bring some of that fungus that we saw out on the walk up into a little slideshow. But one of the things that I want to do is I want to start taking some of the microbes from the forest and make essentially an area where we can grow those microbes and then replenish the forest with our waste and its own natural microbes. So that's one of the things that I'm kind of looking for in this old growth forest during the day. Throughout the video, you're going to see a lot of just trees and nature. And that's kind of one of the things that I'm looking to display is the natural beauty that we have here in the Pacific Northwest and all around the world. So I want to make sure that stuff stays around. To do that, we need to start reinvesting our waste properly. One of the ways is like what we're doing with our waste, the waste of a couple of companies now. We're transforming that stuff into a very nice soil amendment, something that's not hazardous and something that has been processed and then processed again and then processed one more time by some worms before we get anything actually going with it. Now, I know things are going by quite fast, but if you get a chance, there's a couple of trees here coming up that you'll see some lichen in, and I will try and make sure I slow it down enough for everything to be seen, or at least try and pause it and circle it. Here you can really see, looking out the window, kind of a good show of the mountainside and kind of the surrounding area. And then you can still see a few here and there dead trees, and here you can see a couple of the, just kind of dead zones in the forest where they replanted after a big harvest, and how it hasn't all come back the way it should have because the soil wasn't managed properly after they destroyed it. They just did like we always do with the big timber jobs and pile it all up and leave it. Kind of hurts the ecosystem and destroys all of the soil especially the fungi which the trees use to communicate. There you can kind of see some of the lichen that are hanging in the trees. And then, that's kind of why I like going out here, because it's not only beautiful, but it's also, just one of those great places. And then this should transition into the Iron Creek stuff, and you'll get to see some of our fun. Okay, well, today I just thought I'd give you a little bit of a show around, but I've been working on this long video to kind of get us up to date and up to speed on, well, this. Can't really read it, but it's teeming with fungi. I'm working on a living soil right now. I have high hopes to have it into production by next year. It's going to be dealing with fungi and pretty much a way of digesting natural animal bits, leftovers, and making organic compost out of that as well. But for right now, I figure we can go over all of the worm beds. We have all 4 of our red wigglers right here. Moving my little thermometer. Then our 5 European night crawlers. We can give these guys a little peek, see if anybody's out. Oh, it looks like back here in the back. Not sure how well you can see, but a couple of them moving around in here. Nothing up front though. Always kind of nice to see. And then we have our Louisiana swamp crawlers back here in the back. A little bit of feed right here next to the fan. And down below we have some more swamp crawlers. Yep, here we go. Got some babies right here on the ledge. Get a little close up there. And a little bit of food, some compost in the back. Got some European night crawlers right here. Let's see. Oh, no one up front. Looks like maybe someone crawling around in the back. Nothing too big going on in that one. Come over here. Give a look in here. No one up on the edges. No action in here either. Oh, we got one last one. Let's see if we can take a look at this. Maybe a little action, not a whole lot going on, but nothing right on top anyways. Oh, wait. I'm wrong. Looks like we have a nice, nasty little outbreak of some mites. Because I see them all over in here now. Looks like we're going to have to do some stuff in here to combat these guys because they are not fun. So, now we know we got some mites, probably from some of the compost waste we've been collecting. Not a big deal. I will have to dry it out on top, and then I will probably end up covering it for a little while just to kind of keep them from actually having some surface area to work with, and we will go from there. But other than that, nothing real special going on. And yeah, just kind of working on some new stuff and keeping these guys in production. Until next time, hope you guys have a good day. Bye.